Hello, welcome to my Surviving Angel Insight channel. So, you have to excuse me right now. I really shouldn't be doing no video right now. It's a lot of stuff going on. But, I'm sorry. I had to say something. So, you know how when you're on YouTube and you pass they always show these stuff what people do. And somebody said something about an artist buying their wife a Birkin bag. And I said, let me go check how much these bags are, because I always hear about these bags. I said, let me go check. I go on Google, and at least one is $8,500, and the most expensive one I think they said was 40, 50, sometimes 100,000, 300,000. Listen, okay, listen. Maybe I should do this video at a better time. Maybe, because you might say you'll look a little bit better. But I didn't want to take from forgetting my thoughts. See, this is the problem that I have. And I apologize if it seems like I'm attacking just the black community. No, I'm attacking communities, period. Because maybe it's just me, but if my boyfriend or husband or fiance decide he wants to give me a gift, okay, I will be highly, highly, highly upset if he go and get me a Birkin bag. And it's nothing wrong with the Birkin bag. I think the Birkin bags look cute. The problem is the price, and here's why I say that. A lot of people will spend that much money on a bag or some jewelry or something like that, but yet they will sit up there and turn around and say, I don't have money for college tuition, or I don't have money to get a car, I don't have money to put down on a house. My mom used to always tell me this, because I love watching TV and I love listening to music. And a lot of you know this, I'm an actress, a writer, and a model, and a speaker. And yeah, I'm going to advertise myself too. A lot of people, my mom used to always tell me, Nikki, they got their money. You got to get yours. What that mean is, even though we love looking at these actors, and excuse the scars, y'all knew I had surgeries and stuff. This is so scars. I'm still beautiful, scars and all. They got their money. Actors got their money. They doing their own thing. You're the one that's trying to get your money. You're trying to make it. Why is it that you could spend $8,000 for a bag, or $20,000 for a bag, or jewelry, but you're going to sit up there and say, I don't have life insurance, I don't have a car, I don't have a house to put down on, my child don't have a college tuition. That's a lie, because you just spend $8,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a bag and jewelry and shoes. That makes no sense. I think that's a problem when we sit up there and prioritize a bag or any type of jewelry, any type of anything, over the responsibility of having our house, our bills being paid. Because I'm different. If my husband wants to do anything for me, I would tell him off the break, babe, listen, don't we want a house? Don't we want a car? Don't we want our bills paid when we can have a break? We're not worrying about paying bills every month. So why are we sitting here spending $8,000 or $20,000 on a purse when all we could do is put that money towards things that we need? It's not saying we don't want things, but what's the point of having things that you want, but you don't have the things that you need? That is my problem. First of all, why are the bags that expensive? I don't care if they are plated with gold. I think I read something about that. How is that for the communities that can't afford really $8,000? And I know that's crazy because they might say it's funny because if you wanted to, you would afford it. But the problem is that's because they know that, I don't want to say stupid because you have to watch the way you speak. I think it's because they know that you don't have a problem with coughing up $8,000 for a bag, but then if an emergency happened, say I don't have money for life insurance, I don't have money for a car, I don't have money for medical bills, but you did. You actually did have it. You just made the decision to say, listen, I want to buy this bag. I want this type of jewelry. And who are we doing this for? Because we're not really doing it for ourselves. Most of the time, we'll get something and we'll throw it in the closet. We're doing it because we're trying to keep up with this image. We're trying to let everybody know, see, I'm working, I can do this and I can do that. But what's the point of having all of that stuff if in reality you have nothing to show for it? And when I mean nothing to show for it, I mean you do not have no life insurance. If God forbid you or your child or your spouse gets sick, now you don't have the funds for the medical costs. You don't have, if for some reason an emergency happened and you get evicted, you can't even afford to go and put down on another house or apartment. And you don't even, if your car break down, you can't even afford to rent another car. And all of this is not because you did not have the funds, because you did have it. Because you spent $8,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 on a bag. It was the fact that you decided that a bag was more important than your necessities that you need. What are you teaching your kids if you say, listen, I'd rather you have these $20,000 sneakers because I'm concerned of what everybody else gonna think about what you wearing. But yet you telling your child, we gotta figure, you better work hard in school, not just to work hard in school to get on the road. It's because now you can't afford college tuition. You want their child to overwork themselves to get a scholarship because all the money that you could have had towards a college tuition you put towards sneakers and bag and jewelry to try to impress other people, and clothes, expensive clothes. I don't want to keep up with the Joneses. You know who I want to keep up with? Well, my bills. I had an aunt that used to tell me this. If you living in your house eating Franks and beans, nobody would ever know it. But if your bills is not paid, everybody will know it. Everybody, because your lights will be off, everything, you will be in the street. Everybody will knows that. Why? I'm more concerned having a roof over my head. If you don't like the fact that I don't have $20,000 shoes, guess what? While you walking around with $20,000 shoes, my behind bills is completely paid for a year or two. Okay? Maybe 3. But see, you walking around with $20,000 shoes, but you gotta worry about how your bills gonna get paid. I ain't got no $20,000 worth of shoes, but my bills are completely paid. Okay, you walking around with a $30,000 Birkin bag, but I'm walking around with a nice house. Who you think in a better position? Me. Because I got my house while you walking around with a 30,000 Birkin bag, but yet you have to figure out how to do rent to rent, and don't know what you're going to do. And then when something come out, now you crying, going on social media, asking people to pay for this and pay for that, when you actually had the funds, but you decided to do something else that was not necessary. Whoever created them Birkin bags, they got their money. They don't need yours. How about you take care of your home first? How about you say, you know what? Yes, I do want that Birkin bag. And this is not about Birkin bag. I'm only bringing them up because I just read about them. But I don't care what bag. If it could be any type of bag that's $8,000, $20,000, okay? Even whatever type of shoes that are $20,000, even Jordans. I think Jordans are too expensive. Whatever it is. I would rather you sit up there and say, you know what? I want that house. I want me and my spouse to have 2 cars. So he could get to work on time, I could get work on time. I'd rather my kids go to college and we cover that ourselves than my kid walking around with $20 and $30 worth of shoes. At one time. I'm not talking about all together over years. I'm talking about one pair of shoes for $20,000. I'm talking about or $1,000 or $2,000. Why? Why? For your child to still come up 2 months later and say, I want the other shoes. Well, you just spent $2,000 on them shoes, and 2 months later they want another pair of shoes, and you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, but you ain't got no college tuition. Excuse me, you ain't got no life insurance policy. You ain't got neither one of you got a card to your name. Y'all living paycheck to paycheck to make sure each bill is paid. Your light bill is paid, your water bill is paid, your gas bill is paid, your cell phone bill is paid, your phone, your all the bills. All the bills that you have, everything, you worrying about how it's being paid when you should not have to worry about that because you had the funds. You just bought bags. You bought sneakers. You bought jewelry. You went on trips that you didn't even have to go on right now. Where's the responsibility? Who are you trying to impress? Because your real friends will be more impressed with you if you could say, oh my God, I'm 25, 26 years old with my house, a car. My bills is paid up for 2 and 3 years. That's a real friend. A real friend ain't gonna sit up there and say, wait a minute, what you mean you got a house? You didn't want that bag? No, I don't want that bag. Because you know why? I can't live in a bag. Okay? How is me and my kids gonna live in a bag? If God forbid me and my kids get sick, how is this bag gonna pay for medical bills? That's ridiculous. Let's think. Come on, let's think a little bit better here financially. Let's think. Because that's sad to me. I don't think that's cute. I'm sorry, and I'm not dissing nobody. You can do it's your money. You can do what you want with your money. But I'm asking you, if God forbid all that money is gone, the only thing you're going to have to show for it is your bag, your jewelry, and your shoes, and these expensive clothes. That's all you got to show. When you all that time you was listen, how about we change the narrative? How about we be so much responsible financially that we let our spouse or our boyfriends or fiancés, whoever, say, listen, if you really want to surprise me, if you got $30,000 to just give away, baby, put it towards a house. Let's sit down and calculate each bill we have and pay it up so we don't have to worry about it for a year, 2 or 3 years. Or what about us putting towards that plan, but also putting it towards helping people? Like there are food banks right now that needs real food. There's apartment buildings that you could create to help the homeless. These are things that is a lot better than a bag. You can't do nothing with a bag. What is a bag going to do? What is a ring going to do? What is all of this stuff that you think you're buying going to do when you really need the stuff? Because I would like to see you go to the insurance company and say, listen, I don't have it, but I do got this bag. Can you do something with the bag? I would like to see you, go to your mortgage company and say, ooh, I don't have the mortgage, but I do have this bag. I do have these shoes. I do have this jewelry. Because they're not going to care unless you can pawn that and give up that action and make it into real money when you can pay them bills. They don't want to care about no bag and no jewelry. I think we are so concerned with the wrong things. And I don't know who's to blame. I don't know if it's parents to blame. I don't know if it's the system to blame. But nobody is teaching us responsibility. Nobody is teaching us why it's so important to be financially stable. I'm not saying don't get what you don't want. Get what you want. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, and I'm going to end this video because I don't want it to be too long. On my birthday, there was a movie I wanted.
And I saw it was $20. And I said, yeah, I really do want that movie, but what if I wait? 2-3 days later, I think the movie was $7.99. I got my movie, but I saved some money at the process. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. I think we need to have more people teaching us about the financial responsibility, because it's nothing wrong with having things you want. And only people that's going to have a problem with this video is the ones that know they're guilty of it and don't want to change their ways. And now them want to throw in my face, you just mad you're ugly behind and got nobody buying you a $30,000 purse. Again, I'm going to start it again. First of all, I'm not ugly. I just been through something you probably couldn't even spell, okay? Probably couldn't even handle what I've been through. Okay, so before you want to tear me down for what I look like, ask yourself, can you handle what I've been through? Probably not. But I don't want you to even attempt it, But I would rather my man give me $30,000 towards things that we need, rather than something that really cannot help us in the end. That's just me personally. That's just me. I'm sorry. That's just me. I would tell him, even flowers. I don't even like flowers, because I think that's a lot of money going on flowers, and the flowers just going to die in a couple of days, when you could have just put that money towards bills to help us succeed more. Because once you get your goal, then you can have your fun. But too many of us are having financially fun with little bit of funds that we have, and we're not worrying about if we can take care of our financial responsibilities first, then we can have that fun that we want. And we won't have to worry about, if we have this fund now, how we're going to pay our bills next month. We don't have to worry about that, because you did your financial responsibility. All I'm saying, think on that. The next time you decide you want to spend $10 and $20 and $30, $40,000 on something, ask yourself, what is more important? Do I want a home, or do I want a bag? Do I want my bills paid up to give me free reign to save to do more? Or do I want this jewelry? Do I want a car? Or possibly 2 cars for me and my spouse? Or do I want these sneakers, when I could get still nice sneakers but a lot cheaper, that help the family succeed more? Just ask yourself. There's nothing wrong with getting nice things, but why can't you have nice things but also make sure you're taken care of financially in the right way? Because you are coughing up all of these funds. And I'm going to make another video later on when everything more better, my hair more right, everything more better. I'm going to do it later. But this was on my mind and I wanted to talk about it. So before you judge and get so defensive, think about it, listen to what I'm saying, and you might go, wow, that actually makes sense. What is the point of me having a $30,000, $8,000 bag? But I know I needed a car. I know I needed a home. I know I needed my bills paid up for a while. I don't know if I'm going to get sick tomorrow. This could have went towards my medical bill, something. Just think about all this stuff before you so quick to judge how I look and attack me for what I look like, or attack me that I might not have a man that's doing that one to give me the $30,000 purse, before you want to attack me and say you first of all learn how to speak before you give it back. Before you do all of that, because you're not hurting me. I mean, it might affect me a little bit, because, who wants to be talked about? But the difference between me and you, though, I might be ugly. I might need to learn how to speak. I might need to be better looking, whatever you want to say. I might need to get some teeth. But guess what? You might got all the teeth. You might got all the good looks. You might got all the men that want to buy you $30,000 worth of purses.
But who's going to be the one more financially secure? You or me? Enjoy the rest of your day. Be blessed. Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe to my channel.